Good morning, friends. A warm welcome to all the participants. Good morning and good evening for all the participants joining across the globe. Thank you so much for joining on Sunday morning. Welcome to my time. As we all know, this is a platform where we bring spirituality and science together, right? And these sessions, my time sessions, are presented by IFSS, Indian International Federation of Spiritual Scientists, on every Sunday on Indian Standard Time. And these programs are in collaboration with four other organizations: Shambhala Solutions from India, Breath Universe from Australia, Joyce Oneness Inclusive, and Omega Pyramid from USA. So today's program is hosted by Shambhala Solutions. And as you all know, today's topic is Vignan Bhairav Tantra Part 3, right? We've been doing these VBT sessions from past few weeks, right? So let's get started. And before get started into the session, as usual, let's meditate for 40 minutes. And I would like to invite Sharath to please guide us through this meditation. Thank you. Hi, Sharath. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Hope it's audible for all of you.
Yes.
Okay, excellent, excellent. I think it's third week, I guess, we are doing BBT. So
Yes.
today is a very important session, right? We were discussing about breath. So let's start meditation first. So request everyone to relax. Meditation is important. We start with this. We have to. Today it will be a guided meditation. I will be centering each one of you. We'll be talking about it today and what is centering and all those stuff. But before that, let's relax. If you want to really put off lights, find a nice place to sit, quiet place to sit. Don't close your eyes yet. Now, find a nice posture, whichever posture you can sit. We need to take time before getting into meditation. Don't abruptly sit and start meditation. That will also work, but for all of us, it's best to go in, slip in slowly. So find a posture, sit in a comfortable posture, any posture which is comfortable, which will help you sit for a longer time. As we get a lot of energy while we sleep, similarly we get more than what you get during sleep, the amount of energy. That's the reason why you need to form a circuit so that the energy stays with us, and energy has a nature to escape from the corners of your body. So you have to just tap your fingers, cross your legs. Now listen to me carefully. We always deal in terms of memory. We always deal in terms of memory. The memory is either of the past, or we create a picture of something in future. Both are happening, right, in your subconscious memory. But you are never in the current moment, which is this moment, whatever is happening. So either you're oscillating to your past or to your future, but never in the current moment. And that's the reason why, by moving, oscillating between two extremes, one is future, another is past, we have created a personality. right from your childhood. Today, the essence is how we can come to the center of it, which is your present moment, and how we can be in that present moment, and still you can go from past to future if you want. But you should first know that there is a center, and you can come to that center, and from there you can act. Now, there is a breath, everybody has a breath, which is exactly at that center, which is happening in the current moment. Now, slowly close your eyes. Slowly close your eyes. Slowly close your eyes. There will be background noises, don't worry. They will become passive. Your consciousness is scattered at this point in time. Your mind is scattered at this point in time. Therefore, you are able to hear, listen to, and feel many things at the same time. And this has been happening for a very long time. And you're influenced by it. And your personality is continuously changing. Now keep your eyes closed and fix your eyesight or gaze in between the eyebrows, which is another center where you should not imagine, visualize anything. You need to just look at whatever you can see there. Remember, thoughts create a visual form. All human beings are habituated to it. Any thought which is coming in by virtue of whatever you have been doing so far, whatever is the past, whatever is the desire, whatever task you want to do after this meditation, everything comes and it will start to show some visual in your eyes. You should stop visualizing. You should focusedly, attentively look at the point between the eyebrows. Remember, cut any visualizations. Remember, when your eyes are peaceful, when your eyes are not moving because of those visualizations, then your Agya chakra activates. It will take time, but your eyes should relax. And how your eyes will relax? Don't bring attention to your breath yet. I'm talking about eyes. When you're looking at that point between the eyebrows, don't visualize anything. Relax your body. Just look at that particular point, nothing else. Look at that point intently. No visualization whatsoever. Relax your body. If any visualization appears, cut it. and start looking at that point. Do it for next 10 to 12 seconds. Relax. You're centering yourself. No visualizations. No desire. No thinking. No expectations. You're centering your consciousness. Keep looking at it intently, focusedly. Don't pay attention to anything. The external sounds will become passive automatically. That happens every day when we are focused on anything we do when we are awake. Similarly, here, other things other than what you're looking at will become passive. They will be there, but you're not bothered by it. Now, when you're intently focusing at the point between the eyebrows, you will sense breath going in, going out, inhalation, exhalation. Bring that into your attention. Keep looking at the point between the eyebrows. You are gathering yourself to the center. Relax. Let other things happen on its own. Don't alter your breath. Just observe your breath. Observe your breath as if you are observing from center of the eyebrows. Observe your breath as if you are observing from the point between the eyebrows. Don't alter your breath. Just be that natural breath. The wave of inhalation and exhalation. Watching from the point between the eyebrows. I shall call that as Agya Chakra. Keep observing your breath from the Agya Chakra. Drop everything. Drop everything. No other visualization. Just witness. There will be a slight background music to assist you to be in this state. This center, Agya Chakra, is the point from where we all operate in this world. Keep watching your breath from this point, Agya Chakra. Head center. Feel relaxed. Keep relaxed. Now we will switch the center, the Agya Chakra. Your center, our center. From Agya Chakra to Heart Center. Slowly switch to your heart center. This center where you feel everything. The love, hate, affection, happiness, all relationships. Watch your breath, observe your breath from this heart center. Observe the feelings, observe your breath from heart center. Anahata chakra. Fix your sight in between the eyebrows, but observe your breath from your heart center. Anahata chakra. You have both Agya chakra and Anahata chakra, both in your consciousness, but you are more at heart center. Your consciousness is more focused at heart center, Anahata chakra. This is the center where each one of us have learned from our relationships, a relationship to this world, a relationship to your breath, a relationship with whatever came in your world. Just be there. Relax. When you are completely centered, that heart center, Anahata chakra gets activated. Twelve more seconds at this center. Keep looking at point between the eyebrows. Your eyes should be at the Akya chakra only. But your observation of breath is from heart center, Anahata chakra. Relax. Just observe and let go. Now slowly shift your center from Anahata chakra to the point Manipura chakra. The Hara center, which is 2 fingers width below your navel. You can feel the inhalation and exhalation as up and down of your belly. The Hara center. Two fingers below your navel center. Manipura chakra. Hara. This center through which we all are born from mother's womb, the nature's womb. There is no past, no future. Just as an infant, experiencing everything in this world for the first time. No relationship, no knowledge, no information. Just experiencing in the current moment whatever comes into your consciousness. Relax. Keep looking at your point between the eyebrows. You are connected from your Agya chakra to Anahata chakra to your Hara, two fingers down from your navel. Experience everything like first time. Don't bring any memories. Don't feel familiar. Don't visualize. Do not picture anything. Just experience it as is, as if for the first time. This center from where we are all born makes you simple, innocent, fresh, ever new. Be at this center for next 5 minutes. Listen to me carefully. This is the center of your consciousness. We all have to operate from the center. It is possible to move away from this center, but as you practice, you can also come back to the center anytime. We are never at this center. The center which is formed, Agya Chakra, Anahata Chakra, and the Hara. This is the center. We always move out of this center and lost in this world, confused, worried. Come back to the centers anytime. 2 more minutes. One more minute. Thirty seconds. Now the background music will fade. Slowly it will go away. 10 seconds. You're gonna come back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly open your eyes. Just put your palms on your eyes and be here. Open your eyes slowly. It's very intense. It is possible to observe your breath from these centers. That is the point here. Observation can be done from any center, but your eyes needs to be fixed in between the eyebrows. That should not move. No visualizations. When your eyes are completely still, when your consciousness is moving in terms of your observation to other centers, right? Your Agya chakra, your Anahata chakra, and your Manipura chakra, your Hara chakra, which is 2 fingers below. Some people say 3 fingers below your navel chakra. For me, it is 2 fingers below your. It is according each one according to you. Some people heart center is at heart exactly, and some people it will be in between the sternum here. Each one again. And Agya chakra is generally here or here, right? When you don't visualize, as I said, when any thought comes, it will generate a view, a visualization in your mind. That is the point where you get deviated. Just think about anything. Think about a grinder mixer. See, the grinder mixer is coming in your mind. Think about a banana. So already you're seeing banana, right? So I guess that is where your eyes are restless. That is how your eyes are making you go from your Agya Chakra center. Your eyes belongs to Agya Chakra. That's why you should not move. Only your observations can be moved. Your being, your consciousness can move. But your eyes is fixed here. When your eyes are not visualizing anything and looking at it as is, accepting as is, whatever you're seeing, however it is, then your eyes will get relaxed. Then your Agya chakra, which is otherwise called as third eye, gets activated. It will take time. This is a knowledge center. So the knowledge what you acquired from this center, the outside world, you will go beyond that. Once you stop visualizing, because of those all those experiences, knowledge you gained, it will happen gradually. Then you will go beyond that knowledge. Similarly, as you shift your observation to your heart center, this is a center, right? Centering, right? So you're not going either past or to the future. Okay, I said left and right, so it's only symbolic. Sometimes I will say past, future, right? That's okay. It is a movement. Your heart center. Your heart center is all you have gathered through your relationship to this world. You love your child. You are a very good wife to your husband. You're a good husband to your wife, whatever, right? And then similarly, all those relations you have found, and you gathered a lot of knowledge, feelings. The knowledge is in the form of feelings here. Similarly, you're also in connect with this universe through this heart, right? So your experience is through this heart. But when you visualize it without bringing in your memories, oh, I was very good at childhood, that snowfall was very good, I was feeling very good. Don't bring all those things. Just observe what is happening at this point in time. Observe, still keeping your eyes here. Then, when you observe and it is centered there and it is not moving, you're feeling, you're not bringing in any memories, your Anahata chakra will activate, right? And this is when it activates, I don't have to tell, then there will be very good, right? It will be very good. You feel very good. And similarly, when you shift your consciousness to your navel, this is where you're born from. Nothing, you don't know anything. Your memories, everything is gone, it is not there. You are experiencing everything for the first time like a child. Everything. That first ice cream, that first rainfall, everything. There is an excitement, general excitement. Whenever there is an excitement, that is what, that is when you are at your navel center. You didn't see that before. You operate from that navel center. So this is what is centering. So you go anywhere, but see that you are coming from here. As you can observe yourself from these centers, you can also do your work from those centers. When you're dealing with any intellectual stuff, be here and do everything which is requires intelligence. Similarly, if you're dealing with anything, any relationship, even with your guru, whoever it is, or teacher, do it from your heart center. But if you want to really unlearn and learn it again as if you're doing for the first time, you can learn many times, right? Repeat many times. Do it from your navel center. So at the beginning, you have to do it in the meditation way, but as you do for weeks, months, years, and finally, it will become natural. It all depends on your practice, right? We call this as Trichakra Nirupana, right? But there are 7 centers. We don't have to do it. It will take a lot of time. That is known as Sat Chakra Nirupana, right? Nirupana, Nirupana, no visualization, Nirupana, right? Nothing. So, as is. So this is what I meant by centering. For this, you need a lot of acceptance because whatever comes, no, 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 nahi hai, this is not what it is. This is what that was. Right? Moment you do that, you're not accepting. So similarly, your ego will also come out either from here or here, not from your navel center. There is no ego there. Whenever that comes, accept is as is acceptance. It may be anger, it can be tears coming out. Just accept it. Acceptance, that is where when we don't accept, the ego will take over. Accept as is as it comes. If you feel like crying, cry. Feel like laughing, laugh. Yes, you will look like mad, but that's okay. Acceptance is very important. If you don't accept, you cannot progress in meditation. Even if I don't point you or guide you through these centers, the meditation will automatically take you in the same path which I have taken you today. Then, and if you're coloring those experiences according to your past, If red color is shown to you, but you are thinking pink color from your past, gone. You will not see red color, you will see pink, but it is actually red. I'm just giving you an example. Then you are not progressing, your mind is coming. So that's why acceptance is very important. Acceptance in your relationships, acceptance in your knowledge. Knowledge, मेरा ही सही है, mine is correct. Knowledge, wrong. And your navel center, go play with children. Yeah, just jump with them. Your navel center is automatically activated. Nothing, you're not worried about future path, just jumping. You're not worried about who is looking at you, just jumping, doing all things crazy. Right? That's what it is. So this is what I want to talk about before I hand over it to Jenny. Hope this looks very simple, but not easy. You have to practice every day. Jenny, over to you. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, Sharat, for a wonderful meditation. So I'll continue over with this center explanation. So you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Thank you. So that's what there are many centers, and we can create any center. But just to explain, these are the three main centers. So the navel center, this is the original center which we are born with, but not with the knowledge. We are yet to gain the knowledge. So we are here to gain the knowledge about this center, the original center. And it means capacity to be one with something. When we are at the navel center, that's what Sharat told, that it means that we are one with it. So if the child is like playing, we also play, we are being one with it. Now, the second center, the heart center, it develops when given love and warmth in the childhood, right? Everyone needs this center. This center is very much important to have the capacity to feel. This is the main center. Then comes the third center, head center, the reason or the intellect, whatever the center. And it develops with education, logic, and training. And it means the capacity to know. So, uh, naturally will come with navel center, then heart center, and then head center. But for development, for our development, we have to go from. Just a minute. We have to go from reason to existence to being. That means when we have developed all the three main centers, then we'll go again backward to the being. Right? This is how it goes.
Absolutely.
So let's go about
Yeah.
techniques. Yes.
But as Jenny is flipping the the slide, but today what is happening, right? You are at the being level and you make your child prepare for IIT. Directly take to the the reason. So
Yeah. So let's go on to the techniques. Um, Technique number 18. Look lovingly at an object. Look lovingly on some sub object. Do not go on to another object. Here in the middle of the object, the blessings. Sharat, would you
yeah,
like?
yeah, this is very tricky. Remember, these things are so if someone says analyze it, mm, understand it, mark my words, right? Analyze it, understand it, reason it, try to find out the source, right? That is when you are using your Agya chakra, your this center, right? Head center. But here, sometimes you feel, they say, hey, feel it, feel the environment, feel. about that person, right? Feel about that particular statement which was made in that particular hall. Feeling, it is all about feeling. The 18th technique is choose any object, look, observe that object, look. You can join, we have joined all these three today in your meditation. Look at that particular object lovingly, right? No expectations. What is love? Love doesn't expect anything, right? It just, you just look at it with such a feeling that it is, you become one with that object. It is possible. It is possible. When you look at your child, there are parents on this call. I'm not talking your child is as an object, but when you look at them, you look at with what feelings, right? Here from your heart. So this is for those people who want to see everything from their heart center. There are people like that. Everything from the heart center. You will not, you will not believe there are people when they look at something, and it happened, right? You know, they are looking at something and something fell on that particular object. We all left that particular room, and this person is going and caressing that particular one which doesn't have life in it generally, right? We say there is no, because that person is looking at that object as if it is living, heart center, right? Like that you have to look at. It is possible. It's a practice. People who deal everything through their heart. मुझे नहीं पता, it looks like it is correct according to the logic, but I want to see from you. This particular technique is for them. Look at everything. Look at this point between eyebrows. That is also right. Lovingly. Look at that intently. Without, after some time, you become one with that particular object. And that is what we want. Consciousness shift will happen. Go ahead. So, next technique, Jenny.
Yeah, next technique. Sit on your buttocks only. Without support for feet or hands, sit only on buttocks. Suddenly, the centering.
Yeah, this is very tricky. This is perfect tantra, I will call it as. Tantra is anything you're using, technique, right? Your body is involved here. So try to do it now. If you can do it, anyone. When you're trying to sit on buttock, you cannot sit. You will either fall like this, you are either fall like this, right? Or you will fall like this. You know, it will be like, you know, you cannot. Try to sit. So automatically with that particular step, you will keep on practicing. You will suddenly be able to sit balanced. Remember, whatever activity you are doing intently, your mind and consciousness is focused there. So what you're doing now while sitting on buttocks, this is only a technique. There are people who are funny who want to do this. There is a technique for funny people also, right? This technique, right? So it will be like this, it will be like this, it will be very nice. You should go to Osho Rajneesh Center. All mad people will be there doing these things, right? All this stuff. Here like this, like this, like this. And finally, you're so intently doing it, you're already centering your consciousness. And remember, any focus you're doing and it settles, automatically it will come to your breath. Automatically. And it will travel through your naturally first through your Agya chakra, then heart, and then to navel center. That will happen automatically. If you're a funny person, if you love doing these kinds of experimentation, this is a technique you can use. Try it right after this call. You will understand what I'm trying to tell, right? And then after some time, you can use this as a technique, right? A fun can also be a technique here. Go ahead, Jenny.
Yes. In this technique, sensitivity and balancing is the importance. Sensitivity of the body and
Yes.
balancing it on the buttocks. Yeah, beautifully said. So next technique, how to meditate in a moving vehicle. In a moving vehicle by rhythmically swaying experience or in a still vehicle by letting yourself swing in slowing invisible circles.
Yeah, this is very good. In a moving vehicle, you will anyways move, right? But how many people are actually, why you are moving? That is the first thing, very important. A vehicle is moving. You are moving along with that, this way, only to come to your center. So I will give you a metaphor. You're going into the past, you're going into the future because you want to come back to your center naturally, right? Sometime in future, whenever it is. So similarly, in a moving vehicle, you're moving, right? You experience that movement, and you will all automatically feel that move, all that movement which is happening, which is rhythmic. Some rhythm will be there. To come to the center, you will realize that this is all about experience. I had this experience very recently. We are all going to Mahakumbh, right? Which happened recently. So you are actually moving. You close your eyes. You are moving ultimately, right? You will not scold your driver who is driving it, right? Don't scold. Don't fall. And don't give any reasons, right? Yeah, don't control the driver. So let it be, right? All these movements, you will feel that you will feel that center. You will feel the center as if you're moving about that center. See, that's how you can also, why you're moving from here to here, around one center. This needs to be experienced. Try this. Don't drive and try to do it, right? Sit in the back seat, right? Don't drive and do it. And then observe this. Be very rhythmic. As I said, when your focus and intent is there, your mind, right? Automatically your consciousness will also shift, but you have to be 100% there. See, people, this is for those people who travel a lot, right? Who travel in train, who travel in aircrafts, who travel in all kinds of mode, always time, and they say, I don't have time to meditate. This is for them. You can still meditate. You should only know what it is. Move like this. You will feel that you're moving about the center. And after some time, what happens? You will be at the center, but only vehicle will be moving, right? And don't think physically you're not moving. Your consciousness is centered. That will be like this, but everything will be moving around you. And this world is like that, right? And that is a point of enlightenment. See, meditating in a moving vehicle is also a technique for those people who cannot be at one place, who are always traveling, right? Some people will do like this. See, like this, right? That is the center. We have so many bodies, everything will be moving. Any experience will create a body in you. There are three primary bodies, right? Your physical body, Sthula Sarira, your astral body, Sukshma Sarira, your mental body, etheric body, like that. So everything will move like this automatically. It is moving about your center, right? Otherwise, from where it will move? If there is no center, there is no movement. It will be still like this, right? There is a center. That's why you're moving about it. Feel that center. Feel that center. That is what is all about it. And do it regularly. Your traveling becomes meditate. You cannot stay at home. If you want to meditate, you will ask your driver to drive and you sit in the backside and then you will start meditating. See how wonderful it is. Excellent. Go ahead. Next, Jenny. Next.
Yeah, in this, I'll add something. Um, there was an example in the book that there was a child and mother that came from US to India to meet Osho. and it was like 24-hour long flight. And when they came, the child went on like playing, directly playing, and the mother was totally tired. That's why Osho said that when you were traveling, child doesn't know how to resist. So they were naturally in that rhythmic rhythm, and that's why they weren't tired. And because the mother knew how to resist, like she was not totally relaxed, right? She was not in the rhythm, so she became tired. This was an example given in that book. And also one thing, one more technique in this, that or in a still vehicle, like you're not moving also, you can do this technique while sitting. Slowly, if you circle around, like physically, if you're circling slowly, you circle around, then circling slowly, 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 so slow circles, first physically, and then it will slowly circling inside, will feel it. Others won't be able to see that we are circling inside. We will feel it. And then first we were physically circling slowly. Then that slow circling went inside. Then it will come to a point and will come to that center. Right? It was beautiful. We can do this also. Yeah. So coming on to the next technique, concentrate on a pain in your body. Pierce some part of your nectar field form with the pen and gently enter the piercing and attain to the inner purity.
Yeah. So this is very tricky. Don't take pins and knives to do it, right? Yeah, but there are all of us, right? All of us, we have something in your body, some pain, right? I'm not saying that patients, right? That is very negative. There are these people, right? There is some kind of happiness, joy in in that pain also. You want that pain, right? Remember, each one of you have 103, 104 fever for last 2, 3 days. Go back to that point, right? You will be cured, right? You know for sure cured. But during that 103, 104, just go back to that point whenever you had that fever, right? You will feel very good, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. You will feel, oh, I'm in pain, but I'm feeling it. You are one with it, right? You are actually accepted it. Once you accept it, you feel good about it, right? Then when you feel good about it, you want to be in it, right? Sometimes that may be the cause why your fever is not going off, right? So I'm giving that example. Just go back to that. You want to moan like the moan like this. You like that, right? So similarly, here pain means there will be a lot of pains, especially for those people who have worked all these years for their children, for their loved ones. They earn a lot of money for them, created properties. Or those people who made you learn so many things in your life, but they themselves are at the stage where they have lot of pains in their body. They have worn out their body completely, right? And they come and tell you that I cannot meditate, I cannot sit for long, right? This technique is for those people who have some kind of pain, right? It doesn't mean that it is deliberately told that your peers, you do that, don't do that, right? That is madness. You can use a pain, right? Sit down and observe, concentrate on that pain, right? The pain will pulsate, right? It will pulsate. Your entire focus, as I said, whichever thing you are focused on, concentrating on, your consciousness shifts there, right? Once that concentration shifts, then automatically you are not in the past, not in the future, you are meditating. That is meditation. You are in the present moment. You are just observing that pain, right? Your pain is pulsating, you are pulsating with that. You become that, right? So that is also one way of getting into meditation. Remember, meditation means being in the present moment. Whatever is coming is in the present moment only, but we lose it, right? So with this, you are in the present moment. You practice that present moment. And it doesn't mean that you need to have a pain for it, right? This is for all those people who are dealing with some kind of pain, right? You can use that pain for your meditation. Be with that particular pain intently, like what we did. That will also center you. It will also take you knowledge about that pain, feeling about that pain. And then you experience, after some time, you will shed this, you will shed this, and finally you will come here. It will happen automatically. You have to practice it. Then you will feel every moment is fresh. In that pain, you will start smiling. That moment will come. So this is for them, right? Intently, just observe that pain. That will disappear. Actually, pain will disappear, right? And that is when your meditation stops. When pain disappears, right? That is how it is. Excellent. Over to you, Jenny.
Yes. But before that, when you focus on a pain, the pain will increase. That is also a point. When you focus on it, it will first increase, it will expand, and then it will explode and go away. So this is also one point to be added.
Yes.
Yeah. So moving on. I can see. Yeah. Now, this is very important that the thing happens because of centering, not because of the center. We have talked about many centers, main centers, we know about them, but the thing happens because of the centering. So, we should not be totally on the centers, okay, this is the center, I have to be there or that. No. If you can feel any center, go to that center and do the techniques of centering. You'll reach that thing. Now,
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I want to add, this is as simple as that. You are tired.
hmm,
Suppose you are very blessed that you are in some city on a seashore, right? What you will do, you will go to a seashore and you will instantly get relaxed, right? You are not swimming in that sea, right? You are just standing in front of the waves. Do you think it happened because of the sea? No, it is because of you internally. You are feeling, you are completely focused on whatever you're looking at it, right? So these centers are like that, right? When you go to that center, you are at that periphery and you are seeing it, you're observing it, you're not indulged in that. You're looking at it. So that's why you go to that center. It's not because of that center. Like you go to a seashore, you go to a lake, you go to your park. You're going to the park. Park is not doing anything there. That sea is not doing anything there. Similar, these centers are not doing anything. But just being there. This you will that's why I gave that example. That is what it is all about, centering here. Go ahead, Jenny.
yes, that's what centering is your consciousness being not divided in many directions, and your consciousness not moving anywhere, remaining in itself. So now,
Yes.
how to move the energy, or how to create a total about turn? Like in normal day life, our energy is going outwards, right? So how to get into it, how to move the energy moving in, right? So these methods will help. These methods help us to move our energy inside. And also, centering is not samadhi. Centering is also not experience. Centering is just a door to the experience. So, this centering, and the experience. Center is important, but let's not entangled into that meaning of it. Centering is important to reach the experience. Understood? That's how. So, and Jacob Boehm has said that when one comes to the divine, it can be described in two ways. Either the center is everywhere now, or the center is nowhere, both meaning the same thing. So, like we talk about the thing, right? We cannot talk about it. The experience, the thing, whatever it is, we cannot talk about it. That is why only method is given. Shiva never talks about results. He'll only give the methods. And why? Because it cannot be explained. It is very, very personal. It cannot be explained. But why? Very beautifully explained by this. First thing is communication. Communication means, we say there are many communication gaps. The other person doesn't understand me or something, because communication happens only when the other person has had the same experience. For example, I cannot make the other person understand what a headache is if that person has never had headache. He can never understand it because he has not experienced it. Same way, for a Buddha to communicate to a non-Buddha, it's very difficult. And that's why Buddha or Shiva never talks about the experience or what is going to happen. They only give us the path, they only give us the method. And that is why, after every technique, if you see, this Shiva says, then he'll say the technique and he'll stop, then that realize that, because that cannot be explained. Second reason is, our mind is so greedy that whenever something is said about that experience, the mind clings to it. Mind doesn't know what is knowledge and what is experience. For it will mix up. That is why Shiva never gives a single thing to the mind to cling on. And that's why he'll only talk about the method and no experience or nothing.
Yeah, one thing here. So whenever you're hearing about some experience, normally what happens is you will try to look at your library of experience, memory, right? Already you had, and you never had that experience actually. You go to that experience, you're hearing somebody, suppose Sirisha is telling me some experience. So what I do is immediately I will refer back to my library of experience, just like, and we will jumble it up, garble it up, and create something which doesn't make sense, right? So that's the reason why you try to cling to it and form something without actually experience it, and that's how this world is going about, right? Brainwashing or whatever it is, right? You cling to it, and then it will generate some acts, right? That is not good. So that's the reason why you should not cling to it. Take it fresh every time. So that's what it means.
Yes. So never focus on the experience, focus on the method, practice, be consistent on practice. Yeah. Moving on to more techniques. Technique number 22, look at your past, disidentified. Let attention be at a place where you are seeing some past happening, and even your form, having lost its present characteristics, is transformed.
Yeah, this is actually a role play. Like, sometimes what happens, remember, recall, we recall. This is to do with little bit of memory, right? People who have lot of experiences already, lot of experience in their lot of experiences in their consciousness already, but that did not turn into a wisdom yet, right? There is a difference between the knowledge which has formed because of all the experiences which did not turn into wisdom. This is for those people. There are highly experienced people because of their profession. This is for those people who are in this security, right? People who are in the security, who are giving us security, border security forces, who are in Jammu and Kashmir, here and there, right, wherever it is, right? You are in a borders, right? When I say Jammu and Kashmir, it's a border I know, right? Or Rajasthan somewhere, right? So these people and people of such professions have lot of experience in their life. They're exposed. They have seen it, but because of their profession, they cannot actually turn that into wisdom completely, right? It is for them. What they can do is they can sit, recall those memories, what they have seen, right? But don't get identified, don't get indulged, right? Just like virtual reality, right? You put it and you start punching and break your furniture, right? Don't do that. Don't indulge. Look at it. Don't get identified. Just watch. Because what happens, that visualization, whatever is happening, will generate certain feelings at your heart center. It will generate certain knowledge at your, if you are focused on that. Recall anything. Something at your Agya chakra. You don't have to talk about navel center, right? When these things are happening, that is when whatever energy, anger because something happened, you recalled something when someone beat you up or something, someone scolded you. Don't get identified with it, right? Just observe that anger. The anger will come automatically, your heart center. Then look at it, disidentify it, give a smile, it will transform automatically. This is a practice. This is for those people who have wealth of experiences in this life. And this will convert that into a wisdom, how to use it. That is what this is all about, right? So if you have experience, it is for anyone, but this is most useful those people all their life they have experience and they're coming to meditation for the first time. This will help, right? They can call back. Use, see their experiences, what they have gone can also be a mode of getting into meditation. So this is for them. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, next is feel an object and become it. The next centering technique, feel an object before you, feel the absence of all other objects but this one, then leaving aside the object feeling and the absence feeling, realize.
Yeah, again, this is again from your heart center. Whatever, anything, any object, I would say for this particular technique, any object which is very near to you, dear to you. Moment you look at that particular object. Okay, just for, I will make it little cinematic, right? You have your, for example, I have my father's, watch with me, right? Moment I look at that watch, I get all those things in my mind automatically, right? You get that feeling, a loving feeling or a caring feeling. You as if you feel that that object, my father, right, is taking care of me, right? Like that. You will get that feeling. This can't be explained. When you look at, choose such kind of objects, what I meant, right? Look at that object, you get that feeling, right? This is dear, right? That's why there are many antiques, right? There are many museums with those objects, right? When you look at that object, you will feel that object. Suppose if you go to any museum, right? A king has held that particular sword, right? What goes on in your mind, your museum? You will start feeling about that king without you knowing, right? That is what is meant by feeling that object, right? You feel that object. And once you feel that object, now forget the object, be with that feeling. And suddenly stop feeling about it. So it will give you certain flexibility. You can get into that feeling, you can get out of that feeling. So observe, mark my words very clearly. You generated that feeling. That means you have the flexibility and you can go out of that feeling whenever you want. So do this, right? Get into it, come out. Getting to it, come out. So when you're getting into it, you're moving from your center to that, right? You're getting out of it, you're coming back to the center because there are many people who don't know where is the center. Center is not something physical. So this particular, it is not for a particular type of person. This is a kind of thing where at will you can get into it and come out. This starts with that particular technique. So you generate that feeling. You can only generate when you look at, see how beautifully it is told. You look at that object which actually generates. So pick that object. You generate it and suddenly stop it. You can do it. Again, generate it, stop it. So that will also centering, right? It will center. It will center you, right? You know that there is a center. You will come to know there is a center, right? So that is what is all about. And keep doing it. What happens is you will be, you will start feeling that center. You will learn to be in the center, knowing that you are at the center. That is what it is all about. Go ahead, Jenny.
Right. So, the next technique, watch your moods. When a mood against someone or for someone arises, do not place it on the person in question, but remain centered.
See, again, it's the same thing. So we think that this is for those people. So mark my words, right? You don't get it in any of the texts. This is purely coming as a consciousness to you. What happens, right? This is for those people, or you're dealing with those people, or whoever it is, who blame everything on others.
Mm.
Right? We blame, right? Because of that, उसके लिए हो रहा है, इसकी वजह से हो रहा है, या दिस ऑब्जेक्ट की वजह से हो रहा है, इसको बाहर भेजो, राइट? यू विल से सॉरी, आई एम स्पीकिंग इन हिंदी, बट you throw this out, everything will be good, right? Or mm, because of that person it is happening, right? This happens and they don't have control on it, right? So then watch your moods, right? I'm not saying that type of person. Watch, because generally anything arises like anger or jealousy, we blame it on others immediately. Don't do that, right? So this is what it is telling. Whatever mood comes, moment you blame on others, now I will blame it on Jenny. She made me, get up early and take this session, right? So I'm blaming. Moment I blame, your consciousness is shifting to Jenny, which is of no use, right? You're shifting and you'll always with that because of Jenny, because of Jenny. Maybe 2, 3 days afterwards it will fade away because you will have some other person to blame again, right? So here what it says is whenever that arises, let it arise. Acceptance. That's what I'm saying. Acceptance. This is where the acceptance is also there. Remember. So it arises. What you do is because of sanskar, because of culture, you will suppress it. What this will say is don't suppress that. Take that as an opportunity. Right? But one thing what you have to do is don't blame it outside, right? Don't blame it. Be that with that feeling and see when you are shifting your consciousness to that aspect, only that what just arose, right? It could be jealousy, it could be anger, it could be happiness, whatever it is. Just be that, be it is possible. Be with that particular thing, it will transform you, it will center you immediately, right? It will bring you to that center, it will go to the same journey, and then finally you'll be centered. So that means what? A people, that means what? Anything you are feeling about anybody around, right? Anger, whatever it is, can also be used as a technique for meditation. Acceptance, right? Here acceptance is very important. I will stress that point. Moment you look at like this, moment you look at that person, you will immediately it will come, this fellow, you will start like this. Now you start, you are putting everything on that particular person or whatever it is. So what you will do, you lose it, right? Now what this technique says is, no, you got that, right? You got that. Close your eyes and observe that. What is happening? It will not immediately go away. Many times happens. Be in that mode. Observe it. This is only by experience, right? Then transformation will happen. You will know that you have moved from your center, which is peaceful, which is nothing to do with past or future, nothing to do with feelings. You will feel that center. This is all to feel your center. You will find out that you are a very peaceful person. You moved out from there. That is the center, right? And here that person is not harmed. You will actually stop from harming other people, right? Then it will there and it will subside. Next time same thing happens, do it. After some time you will be automatically centered. Those feelings will come, but you will be absolutely centered. You will not suppress it. So don't suppress, right? Transform it. That is what it is all about. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yes. So that's what mind can't differentiate between dream and reality. And that's why dreaming is important for us to live, because all in the day, all that has been hanging in the mind, which has remained unfulfilled, is completed in the dreams, right? It is like unwinding the mind. It is very important. So understanding about that, one more technique was there in this book, like when you are sleeping at night, when you're going to sleep, go backward, see your day backward. So many people around will say that while going to bed, last thing what you do is go through your day, right? And what we do is we go from morning to night, but that will add up the mind, that will not unwind. So go from night to morning, go backward. If it is difficult, I do this. I start counting from 100 to 1. It really helps. Try it. Whenever you are like you feel you are stuck or your mind is very much disturbed or can't focus on something, count from 100 to 1. The mind will automatically unwind. You will witness it. This technique helps very much. Moving on, the point Sharat told about the suppression, right? That we should not suppress the moods of our moods. Right. About that only, it was written that suppression is nothing but postponing expression. So what happens is we are told that we should not express, right? Why? Because while we express, we waste our energy and the other's energy as well. Now, next option, what we think is to suppress it, not to express. That means to suppress it. But suppression becomes more, this thing. Suppression becomes more difficult or harmful because it creates a suspended phenomenon which will have to be realized, which will have to be released later on. Suppression
Yeah,
can
it is.
be.
Yeah, it is just like it's very good, Jenny. It is just like now suddenly, as you're explaining, I will say statue.
Hmm.
Right? We have all played this game, right? What happens? You are suspended, whatever you're doing. So you're not completing it. Remember, in consciousness, what happens is you will know from experience, everything which starts, which will also end. Right? That's how it is, right? So you need to express. When you say do not express, you don't want to do it tactically and go and hit that person. You can transform into observation, right? What is happening, right? That is what is about do not suppress means if you suppress, what happens? Whatever is happening, the act first happens in your mind. It you will suppress, you will not complete that act, you will be suspended, right? And like that you will create so many things, and that creates a kind of a bad energy in you, which will which will alter your personality, right? Which is not good. Do not suppress, right? That's
Yeah,
what it
which
is
will
all about.
burden it. Yeah.
Burden. Yeah.
Yes, it will burden you because it has to be released. So then what should we do? We can't express, we can't suppress. Then what should we do? That's what Sharat told, that we should not do anything with the mood itself. What we'll do is we'll just go back to the source from where the mood is coming. That's what going back to where it came from. Because when we are angry, like you are angry at someone, right? So our focus is on the other person, that he did whatever, the other person is the focus, right? Now shift the focus from the other person to yourself and go back to where it is coming from. Whenever you are angry or whenever someone is making you angry, right? Thank to that person and move away immediately and go back to the source. This is the very, very delicate point which we can use it for ourselves. We can use that anger for us. That's what we can use this mood for meditation. Sharat told, right? Anything which we do with full consciousness, fully aware, is meditation. Even and if we do meditation unconsciously, that is not meditation. So meditation means doing anything fully aware, fully conscious in with conscious present moment, right? Yeah. So moving on to the this thing, when you have unminded the mind, right? Now you're open. You're open to receive the experiences. You're open to know about the truth and all the things. Now, when that happens, when once you become open, you will be open to both. You'll be open to the hell of this world and the heaven of that world. Now, if you're really interested in entering that world, you will have to create sensitivity. When you are sensitive to the sufferings of this world, only then you can go to the sensitivity or the bliss of that world. And he said that you will feel suffering, but that suffering is nothing in comparison to the bliss you can reach through sensitivity. So Buddha, so let's say, take an example of Buddha. Buddha is fully enlightened, we know, right? He is totally sensitive about all the things, right? He is blissful, totally. We can see also, we can feel, we have heard it. So Buddha also sees the suffering of the other person. He's sensitive to it. And he'll work also on it. That's why he has given us the path. But he is blissful as well. That suffering is more than is more blissfulness is more than that suffering. So you'll have this both. So my this to add this point, the thing was to make you understand that if you're feeling something bad about this world because you are in this world, right, you have to become insensitive in order to go forward. If you're sensitive, you'll be stuck in that point, right? But that's what I'm saying, that you can be sensitive and yet not stick to this point. Sensitivity
Absolutely.
will take you forward.
Absolutely. It is something like this. To keep it in very simple. Suppose someone is insensitive. That means you are rejecting everything. When you are rejecting everything, when you are indifferent, you are insensitive, meditation will never happen, right? It is rejection, right? So this is talking about acceptance. Once you are done all those practices, you are not going here, not going there, you are at the center, you're observing anything. Then whatever comes, you should be sensitive. You should know that this has come, but you should not react. You should not react. You should just see that the response is natural. Reaction is deliberate. Reaction is deliberate. That means you will use some kind of form in the past, what you did or whatever it is, right? And you will react. But when you are in observation mode, you will be in observation mode only when you are accepted everything. Otherwise, you cannot observe. You start immediately reacting, right? When you are observation mode, so in meditation, these will be the tests which will happen when you meditate, right? Will you react or will you respond? You will not respond actually. The being, the center automatically responds. You don't have to, right? So response will happen. You should reach that stage. This is all about that. This doesn't mean that you should become insensitive. Sensitivity with consciousness, with observation in meditation, right? What happens automatically, you will feel, you will act on it. But this time, how it needs to be responded, not reaction, right? Reaction is always dangerous. You should not react, right? You should allow it. Response is some kind of acting only, but not like react, right? Tit for tat. It's not like that. That is what it is. This is all about, right?
Yes. Yeah. So moving on, life is always blissful, mind never is. So I would like to read out a story from this book, a Zen story, which is very good. So I'll end with this one Zen insight. One of the greatest of Zen masters, Linchi, used to say, while I was young, I was very fascinated by boating. I had one small boat and I would go on the lake alone. For hours together, I would remain there. Once it happened that with closed eyes, I was in my boat, meditating on the beautiful night. One empty boat came floating downstream and struck my boat. My eyes were closed, so I thought someone is there with his boat and he has struck my boat. Anger arose. I opened my eyes and I was just going to say something to that man in anger. Then I realized that the boat was empty. Then there was no way to move. To whom could I express the anger? The boat was empty. It was just floating downstream and it had come and struck my boat. So there was nothing to do. There was no possibility to project the anger on an empty boat. So he said, I closed my eyes. The anger was there, but finding no way out, I closed my eyes and just floated backward with the anger. And that empty boat became my realization. I came to a point within myself in that silent night. That empty boat was my master. And now, if someone comes and insults me, I laugh and I say, this boat is also empty. I close my eyes and I go within. The story is.
Excellent. Nothing needs to be explained. It is very good. Nicely said. That's
Uh,
how you have to go about. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. So we are
So,
opening up. Yeah, we'll share it to you.
yeah, that's it. So this is what we want to talk about, right? So this is what we talk about different techniques, different ways of doing for different kind of people, different kinds of moods, different everything. How whatever is there in this existence, right, including you, can be used for getting into meditation. That is what the essence of it, right? And then how to transform all those things, right, into centering yourself. Centering is nothing but not making conscious sway into your memories or into the future, everything, right? That is what it is all about. So practice this. You may not need all these techniques. Use your simple technique, right? Anapanasati meditation, right? And visualize, not visualize, basically feel that you're doing all these things. You
Mhm.
practice it, and meditation is the essence, right? With this, we'll stop. If there are any questions, we're happy to answer. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, before that, I would like to give it to Prithvi if she would like to add something.
Absolutely fantastic. I am actually absorbing what was told by Sharath and Jenny, so I don't have anything much to add. Fantastic session. Thank you so much, Sharath, for the beautiful meditation and explanations. Jenny, beautiful presentation. And the story was the highlight. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Only point that I wanted to actually share this from the last session as well was we are talking about centering. Maybe this word centering might be a little confusing because we are talking about different centers and the process of centering and all. But to make it a little more simple, in this book, they have used one beautiful word called purity. So, what is purity? Sirisha, what is your idea of purity?
Um, Purity is like the way it is. Um, the way, I mean, without expectations or like however it is, the way it is, whether it is good, bad, the way it is, you are looking at.
Yeah. Usually, what do we have the idea about purity? Generally, we think that what is good, whatever we take something as good or believe something as good, we consider that to be pure, right? But in Tantra, especially in Tantra, that's not the definition of purity because we call children as pure. Why do we call children as pure?
Because they don't think and act.
Yeah, it is basically the innocence that they carry, and also the minds of children are not developed. They don't have a mind. So, purity is not about dividing what is good or bad. Purity is about having no mind. If the moment you divide that, the moment you say this is good, this is bad, this is how I should be, this is how I shouldn't be, there is a division, there is a mind. So, centering is all about coming to a point where there is no mind. That is why in Vipassana also Buddha calls the whole process as purification of mind, which means the movement of mind needs to be settled and come to a stillness where we are absolutely in the no mind point. So, even in Tantra, they say there is no duality, even whether you're conscious or unconscious, also is not, doesn't matter. Just being is being pure. A child just bees, if it has to cry, it'll cry. And the next moment you give it milk or whatever, a hug, or it just starts laughing. The previous moment ka memory it doesn't carry. There's no mind. That is called purity, that is called innocence. So all these techniques that we are talking about to center ourselves is to go to that purity, to be innocent, to get back to that being, where Jenny told the path, right? From reasoning to being. We have to go from mind to heart center to our being. So that can happen with several techniques. A lot of techniques were discussed, but the whole essence of these teachings is to come to that purity of mind. So thank you. Thank you so much. That's it from my end.
Hi, Prithvi. What you're trying to say is purity of mind means no mind. That's it, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Great session, Jani, Sharath. And thank you so much. After a long, long time, we are totally put back into the student mode where we forget that we are teachers. That's how the session is. To being pure, I want to say something. By becoming a teacher, by taking a lot of classes, by conducting a lot of sessions, unconsciously we develop a certain kind of ego, and we don't know when we stop learning by being a pure student. This particular session is putting us back into the purity of learning. That learning mode is fully on. The whole topic is about practice, wonderful happening of 2025, I can call it this session, because not just in meditation, but even when I am out of meditation, whatever you talk, various techniques, each one is again taking us to the center. That's the whole point. So, just a wow to this session. Thanks to IFSS, Sunil, Vikal, Sirisha, everyone involved, all the participants. I see the purity of the commitment here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharath. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Prithvi, for adding that last point, purity. It's a wonderful session. Friends, if you have any questions, you can raise your hand, or you want to share your thoughts, anything you can speak, just raise your hands. Otherwise, we can just wind it up. I know we have taken time. Yeah. Purna Sriram. Yeah.
Very good morning to all. I'm Purna from Bangalore. Actually, I have a little bit, I required more clarity about suppression. Could you tell, because of whatever we have inside suppression means, all the times we can't suppress the things, right? So I want more clarity about that. Could you please once again, could you repeat about that, sir? This topic.
A very good question. Other masters can add on to it. So suppression means you don't want to suppress. That is the question, I believe, right? So you will. So suppression means there are two things will happen. One is you will do internal suppression. Oh, you don't have to think like that, right? Act starts internal first. Whatever you want to do. Suppose you want to slap a person. That slapping will start from inside,
Oh.
right? So most people, it is natural because of some reason it comes. The slapping you do it, you suppress it internally. It is suspended internally, suppress, right? But when it goes out, you will actually slap that person, right? You will slap that person. So what is mean by don't suppress means let that feeling come, right? Let that slapping come, right? But don't project it. Don't get it outside. Do not slap that person. When you slap that person, that moment is gone. That means whatever you have done, that is mitigated. It is gone. You cannot use it for meditation, right? It is gone, discharged, right? It is discharged. So when you do it actively, energy do is it is an energy. Whatever comes is energy. Internally, you will not suppress. It will let it happen. It will not discharge. That energy will linger, right? I want to hit that person will linger. Be that particular. This is an experience. You have to do it, right? be that particular feeling, be that particular thing, right? You have not acted it out, and see how it transforms, right? Look at it completely, right? Don't discharge outside. That is what it is. That way you are also safe,
Yeah.
right? So that you're not acting it, right? But internally that energy will there because there is no let go. You're not letting it go, right? So it will stay. But when it stays, you will focus on that particular energy. It could be anger, it could be anything. When you focus, when you focus intently, that is meditation, right? You have something to focus. You focus on that. As you experience it, it will transform automatically. You will know that from somewhere you came into that particular feeling. Mark my words, from somewhere. That is your center, right? From somewhere you came that particular feeling. That somewhere, that center is something, right? You will feel it as you practice it. You will know that you came into that particular thing from somewhere. That is the first thing which will happen, right? When you can identify that, right, that is when you can actually transform. You can transform now, right? I will not use word called control, which is negative. You will transform. Now you know that. Now until now what happened is the entire thing, your feeling is everything is one. You're not able to find, right? You're not able to contain it. You're not able to do anything with it. Now you found the source from where you have come to that particular point. That is when you can discard it also. You can discard it. It will happen automatically. You have to practice that. You can discard. When it is attached, then you cannot discard. So it will, then you can discard, right? Here, the only thing, the suppression doesn't mean that you don't want to suppress, you want to hit a person, don't go and hit. Don't do it outwardly, right? Because every act what we do, come whatever it is, first starts internally without you or you are not knowing it. It starts internally. Suppression means don't suppress this internally. You can always arrest or you can always stop outward activity. It is always good. But internally, you can always transform it. You can find the difference. The Sam has something. So go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. Suppression creates uneasiness because you believe that you cannot express.
Yes.
Cannot is the word. And that is also the misconception. So the cannot should be replaced with I can, but let me see if it is required. That's when you feel that you have given yourself freedom, yet you are in the observation mode. That's when the uneasiness will convert into ease with the help of awareness. And once you are aware, your consciousness will take over and it will say, okay, let me see it. And that's how you become the controller of the emotion. So just observe it. There is a saying called I can, but I won't, right? So first, don't keep telling yourself, I can't, because that will increase the pressure inside so much that you will become restless. And, it's like a landmine if you keep doing that. I keep doing practicals with this particular expression. In all my friend circle, whatever I want to say, if I want to scold, if I don't like something in people, I just say it out with so much intensity. I express it so much. I scold, I do everything so freely, but none of my friends can give back to me in the same way. It's just a moment to show that you are not able to express, still suppress. If you are being yourself, at least within your reality, you don't have to say it on the face, but within your reality. Suppose you want to scold someone or beat someone, you can use your pillow, but express it out. You have that freedom because pillow won't hit you back.
Good idea.
Yeah, and you will not spoil your terms or relationship with the person. So have space for yourself, your room or somewhere where you can be just yourself, and there nobody will judge you, and you should be ready to accept yourself as you are. So the moment you get that freedom to express, all suppressions will be gone. Thank you.
Thank you, Shamsi.
Thank you, madam, for asking that question. So it's actually, it's a good question. Thank you.
Thank you for giving opportunity to speak. And
Thank you. So, friends, I don't see any more questions. So I think we can call it a day, right? So thank you once again for joining today's session, and we'll see you all next time in another session, another upcoming Sunday session. So thank you, and stay happy. Thank you. Bye bye.